Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Pond, and I'd like to thank you for listening to Eclectic Full Contact Theater's Throwing Shade. It's been a whirlwind 2 seasons, and all of us here at Throwing Shade are tired. So very tired. And so, while our crack team of me works on Season 3, Throwing Shade is taking a short break. However, we are not disappearing. In the interim, we'll be uploading mini-sodes, cast interviews, and the like. And for even more of that behind-the-scenes content, as well as fashionable swag, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/EFCT and subscribe. You'll get to hear exclusive outtakes, deep dives, watch video of rehearsals and recording sessions, and more. And did I mention the swag? Oh, there's swag. So thank you for listening. And if you love Throwing Shade, tell your friends. If you don't, well, you're probably not hearing this, so never mind. Check out all the special episodes coming up and see you soon in Season 3.
I'm Johnson Tally, head of the Tally family, soon to be the most feared criminal organisation in all of Chicago. These are my sons.
I'm Peter Tally.
I'm Richard Tally, but everyone calls me...
Rick?
She guessed it. Nobody ever guesses it on the first try.
I'm Big Willie.
Oh, of course you are.
And this is my youngest son, Parksword.
Tell me porca gusta tutte. Alright! Which one of you potato-headed nitwits forgot to buy tea?
Oh, that's me daughter, Kitty Tally. You have to forgive her temper.
She's a redhead.
Here! I hope you enjoy this delicious cup of hot water. Me numbskull brothers forgot to buy tea.
Good to see you up and around, lass. I was afraid me boys had gone a bit heavy on the chloroform. How are you feeling?
Thirsty.
Of course you are, Chloroform will do that to you. Me, it always makes me see double for about an hour afterward. Of course, so does whiskey, so it really isn't a problem for me.
Chloroform always makes me dizzy and causes me to fall down.
It's your natural clumsiness that does that. Don't be blaming it on the chloroform. I seem to have no issues with it until about an hour after I wakes up. Then, well, let's just say I hope nobody's in the loo.
It always makes me talk with a really high voice.
No! That's helium! Chloroform makes you talk with a Russian accent. We've never figured out why. Which is still better than the fact that it makes me cook like a bleeding chicken for 15 minutes after I wake up.
Well, the less said about that, the better, especially in mixed company. Can we get back to the plan?
Once Porksword's done his job, you four come back here. We let the secretary go, then lie low until the heat dies down. Assuming Porksword's able to get back here without getting nicked.
We're married.
Oh, you have to admit that was a good one.
Can it, the lot of you? Ow! Ow!
Ow!
Wait, what did he say?
Ow! The same as the rest of us. He got hit. What do you expect him to say? Thinks may have another. He's not English.
Now let's get going. And Parksword, take care with that dress and wig. They were your mum's. And try to be convincing.
Me choose a guitar.
Oh, you sound just like her.
So just sit back, relax, and keep your manicured mouth shut.
You do know you don't manicure your mouth, right?
Wanna say that again?
The gun was already cocked. Why did you do it again?
Because it's intimidating.
I hope you realise this isn't personal.
Not at all.
We're actually big fans.
We all voted for you.
More than once.
I don't remember it, but my name ended up on the ballot nonetheless. We really wanted to make sure you won.
We need leaders with integrity.
Thank you.
You ain't heard the last of us, fam. The Tallys will rise again.
That's right. You can't keep us down for long.
You may beat us, but we'll keep coming.
Pork sword. We'll have none of that language. There's ladies present.
Congratulations, boys. First round is on the house.
Huh?
Whoa!
I buy a drink for any man who can find the little men on the boat on their own. That rings my bell.
Can you believe it? Not a single mention of our daring daylight bank robbery. It's like they don't take us serious.
Lee.
Huh?
They don't take us seriously.
Who's Lee?
Seriously is an adverb.
Sounds Italian. Seriously adverb.
Sounds Chinese.
Great! Now we've got to worry about the tongs.
No, I'm pretty sure I put those back in the kitchen.
Nakarkan and Chinora at Lasa Dumba and Tiklasha Shionata, Tai Fayorsakat Nosinga Bafula Natushina Siotacatate.
Well, why didn't you say so? The Tally boys aren't afraid to throw lead about. We're professional killers. Perhaps you've heard of the Tallywhackers. We're the most feared Irish mob in the city. Fine. The most feared Irish mob in this neighbourhood. All right, in this bar.
Oh, it's the shade that's keeping you from success, is it?
All right. It's the vamp. That gal's trouble.
Aye, that wee Colleen gives all you big tallies a beating.
Vinakashan, it's a Finolas a Tupula.
Pork sword, that's a bit harsh. Big Willie does his best. It's not his fault. His head's a bit soft.
The Tallywhackers are coming for Wednesday morning.
Pork sword's right. She's met you all before, so it's not like you're anonymous.
Well, of course we ain't. We're Catholic.
The entire Chicago underworld knows the shade is really Theodore Rockwell. Did you hear that?
Happens all the time.
We just ignore it.
Well, never let it be said that Johnson Tally couldn't rise to the occasion for a young lady. I love me children, Mr. Rockwell, but when it comes to brains, my sons are as thick as manure, but only half as useful.
Of course they know. Big Willie wrote him a note, didn't he?
For sure. I wrote it just like you told me. Dear Shade and Vamp, if you want to see Wednesday morning again, we'll be holding her at the Little Man in the Boat. Sincerely, the Tally brothers.
For sure, that's a well-written note.
Thank you.
Just one thing that confuses me. Why didn't you leave it for them to find?
Well, Peter didn't say nothing about leaving it. He just said to write it.
I mean, I've never,
Believe me, it's easier than you think. After a few hours, you'll be old hand at it, and getting around the Little Man in the Boat will be like second nature.
The lights went out.
I can't see!
It's surprisingly dark for this time of day.
That's what you think, darling. Unlike the Tally boys, the Tally women always know when it's time to pull out.
I'd say you're all half-wits, but that'd be giving you too much credit.
That ain't fair.
Really? Ain't you the idiot who thought you could raise your IQ by standing on a chair?
And just who, in the name of St. Patrick Shillelagh, are you?
More importantly, how'd you find this place?
John Duche, Chicago blower.
Well, I guess that'll do until you find real work.
It's a paper. I'm a reporter.
I stand by me statement.
And as for how I found this place, it was easy. Duches can always find a little man in the boat.
I think I'm in love.
My dear, you're as talented as you are attractive.
Take that back. She's plenty talented.
Shut up, Big Willie.
Is en röda man, jag befyllt till tadale shakarafsun.
For the last time, it's a birthmark. And I've been told it's quite becoming.
It is. It's becoming bigger every year.
So first, the vamp.
You are so lucky my legs are tied.
Fifi LaRue? Oui, it is moi.
Huh. I was not expecting that.
Oh, it does explain the flexibility.
And the grip strength.
Big Willie, I'm surprised at you. We may be a lot of things, but the Tallys don't tell tales out of school.
We kinda have to, da. We all dropped out.
They worked this out for a very simple reason.
What? Hey, what?
Da, you know he's lying.
Oh, aye. But you have to admit, it's a much more entertaining narrative.
They were soon joined by a very perturbed-looking John Duche.
Are you perturbed, John? You look perturbed, doesn't he, children?
Oh, Ida, perturbed is the very word for it, isn't it, Richard?
Couldn't have found a better word for it myself, Peter. Suits him to a T, it does. Don't you think so, Big Willie?
Sure, and wasn't that the first word popping into me head as himself was walking towards us? Perturbed, says I. Said it right to Kitty, didn't I?
So you did, Big Willie. And a more fitting word I can't be thinking of.
Is in rud a Milan go befolkt towards Sitane, Shilana Mathis a Cactulse, Tusse Chroma Mil Rodal, Fiaderle Lomrond, Sinona Beth, Lerena e Calant, Tokane Shikafol, Libulaka Romal, in Augusta Macodrana in your Cocherta.
Well, of course, that's another way of putting it.
I think we've established that I'm perturbed.
You know, it's never a good idea to let people see you sweat.
Especially in business.
I never have that problem.
In fairness, it's because you don't understand consequences.
It's just that we all got bills to pay, you see.
Aye, Kitty's pub has serious overhead.
Mostly on account of the ceilings being so low.
Are you saying that after we went to all the trouble to lure the Shade and the Vamp to City Hall so you could expose and discredit them, you won't have the common decency to pay us the money you promised?
Well, exposition, da.
Well, the Irish are master storytellers, me wee colleen. It'll be a reputation for being hired men the Tallys will be having.
We knew all we needed to feel brand new was one good douche.
Tusse Chroma Mil Rada, Fiat Cocrana Beer.
I'm with Porksword. Can we get ice cream on the way back?
I want a banana split.
With sprinkles?
I know I spoil them, but they're just so adorable.